Well, we showed those fucks, didn't we?
We almost died out there tonight.
Look, thanks for helping me, but I can handle myself.
Right. You think you're better off alone. You think everyone else has given up and there's no one to trust. That's what they want you to think, and that's how they'll take us, one at a time. It doesn't have to be that way. Together, we can change things.
Wait. What happened to that bloke who helped me?
He didn't make it.
Fuck it.
Welcome to DedSec, James.
Yeah. Okay, so where do I go to meet the rest of the crew?
You don't need to go anywhere. Look around you. Everyone has a reason to fight, and DedSec is open to anyone.
Anyone?
Welcome to the Resistance.
Was good with y'all? It's your boy AD, and to be honest, Ubisoft's Watch Dogs Legion was definitely one of the standout games at E3 this year, mostly because of it being so open with its gameplay, unlike some other games, but I'm not gonna name any names. And also the inclusion of an actual Grand Mal agent that you can play as to complete some missions in the game to express their support for Agent Grand Mal, which surprisingly to me was one of the standout moments of the gameplay showcase. Watch Dogs Legion will be released on the PS4, Xbox One, Google Stadia, Ubisoft's new Uplay, and PC. There's been no mention of a Nintendo Switch port, but we also have a release date, which is March 6, 2020. It's kind of like a tease because all these games I'm looking forward to are coming out next year. Anyways, if you don't know what Watch Dogs Legion is, it's set in an alternative future London where mass unemployment and ineffective government and a brand new private security firm called Albion are causing riots on the streets. It's up to you to build a team of fighters and uncovering the potential DedSec recruits talents that lurk amongst the common people. Before we get more into Watch Dogs Legion, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video while also sharing this to help my channel grow. So starting with gameplay, hacking is still a huge part of the series, as for this game you're going to be building a team of hackers instead of having a central protagonist, all of which you can handpick across the London population. Producer Sean Crooks in an interview said, in the game you can literally recruit anyone that you see. Anyone in the world is playable. You can find them, look at their stats and traits, play the origin story, recruit them, and then build a team to fight the resistance with them. Ubisoft says that every single NPC in the world of Watch Dogs Legion is a potential DedSec agent. So one critic gave the example of like, imagine GTA but a potential playable character pool up to 20 people, which in this game will be agents. And even more will be available to switch in and out at will. Crooks was also adding on to that, saying there's a limit of 20, but that is only at the same time, so you can pop people in and out. And he also made sure to note that you will lose people in this game, which does include permadeath, which in my opinion is a sign that Ubisoft is taking Watch Dogs Legion to the next level with this new permadeath feature, because if you get attached to a protagonist and then he ends up dying, then you won't be able to play with him for the rest of the story. But you will be given the choice whether to surrender and then just losing them temporarily to a hospital or prison, or you could keep on fighting and lose them permanently like I was talking about. But of course, these are all just risks that really makes each mission seem important. And Crooks also added to this, saying it's interesting to have a connection with your characters. The investment in the risk slash reward is a lot higher. Knowing that this person that you may be grown attached to, you could lose him or her, is a good tactical choice. Now moving on, there are 3 classes that you can file your new agents into. This will help you in deciding how you want to build your team. There's the Enforcer, Assassin, Infiltrator, or Hacker. And all of these classes have a variety of perks to equip as well, meaning you could really customize your playstyle. Crooks added on to that by saying, we have these things called team traits, which are basically traits on characters that allow them to help you while you're playing with a different character. Say for example, a character has a team trait that allows you to hack drones. You may be chased by Albion, the private military in the new game, and your other character who is currently on your roster will say, oh, let me help you out with that. And they start hacking cars out of the way and cameras. Even the characters you're not actively playing with right now still contribute towards your game as you play. They'll even chat with you. So you could be playing with a person 1 minute, switching to another character, and they'll have a conversation with you with your previous character. And he ends this by saying, it's very cool. Ubisoft's Alan Core or Lane more or less confirmed that Ubisoft knew going into the game's reveal that it had something very, very good on its hands. So he tells us, we knew that the brand was very vibrant. There are plenty of players still playing Watch Dogs 1 and Watch Dogs 2, and we knew that had a breakthrough that was unique. Being able to form your team by playing with any of the characters in the game, I think that's something nobody has ever done, and is bringing really new gameplay possibilities. So in my opinion, listening to all these quotes, I would say that I'm surprised that they said that a lot of people are still playing Watch Dogs 1 and 2. I mean, he did say plenty, but I feel like he was alluding to Watch Dogs 1 and 2 still having a large fan base. But I really don't think so, as both games received mixed reviews, and Watch Dogs 2 did not sell as well as Watch Dogs 1, which tells me that the franchise was going downhill. Even though I've played both Watch Dogs and enjoyed them both, I definitely enjoyed Watch Dogs 2 more than Watch Dogs 1, just because of the new mechanics and just how the world building went on throughout the story. And the main character wasn't as sad all the time as Aiden was in Watch Dogs 1. Core also said that the game is political in a sense, but it's not really telling players what to think. It's just kind of just there sometimes, but not in your face. So he says, quote, I think that in every country of the world, there are some people who are not happy about the mass surveillance, about some technologies that are damaging their freedom. It's happening everywhere. He followed this up by saying, so what we wanted to do in Watch Dogs is give players the possibility to be someone different, maybe to experience some new things they've never done, to think differently. We're not there to tell them what they have to think at all. What we want is to offer possibilities to explore new ways of behaving, new ways of exploring, and at the end of the day, they make their own minds up. What is important to us when we create games is to bring fun and happiness to them. And also, if we can bring them some possibilities for them to enrich their life, then we have achieved our mission. So for the people speaking for Ubisoft, they definitely have a lot of quotables, as they've given a lot of information about the game. And in my opinion, that just really tells me that they're really confident about the game and they're really ready for it to come out, even though it's still in development. But also, jumping into the open world, the Watch Dogs Legion map will cover a lot of ground in the London area. The official website describes it as a massive urban open world where you can visit London's many famous landmarks, including Big Ben, Tower Bridge, Camden or Comden, I don't really know how to say that, and then Piccadilly Circus or Whitechapel. It's a high-tech London too, where a variety of drones float through the air, automated cars and buses are the norm, and hackers are apparently a dime a dozen. Sean Crooks also had a lot to say about London, saying, quote, London is one of the most surveilled cities in the world. Also, its cultural backdrop, its history, the contrast between modern culture and very old English architecture is very intriguing. So when we look at the cities where we could possibly set this game, all of those elements really made it stand out. And another pro about this game is that Watch Dogs Legion's script is very complex. Like, the creative director Clint Hawking revealed that they have 20 different versions of the script, each with different characters, different personas, different voices, and different acting. There are 20 different versions, and I don't mean people just saying the same lines. So really, you'd have to play the game over 20 times to get the same cutscene or dialogue between two characters, which in my opinion is pretty crazy if you think about it. Kind of reminds me of The Witcher 3 or Skyrim. So Hawking wrapped it up by saying, whether you choose some suave, sophisticated secret agent dude or some 80-year-old lady that you saw feeding pigeons in the park, your story is going to be uniquely yours. Now, Watch Dogs Legion will have co-op multiplayer, so you can play with your friends in a dedicated co-op mode. According to Watch Dogs Legion description on the Ubisoft store, you'll be able to explore dedicated online content and missions, as well as engaging in exciting side activities such as bare knuckle boxing, freestyle football, and posting street art. Let me know in the comment section down below, what was your favorite part of the Ubisoft showcase, and also which character are you most looking forward to playing as when the game actually comes out? Because in my opinion, I'm gonna try out the grandma, but I don't really think she'll end up staying on my main roster, as I want to have a balance, but playing as a grandma for a whole story it's not really intriguing to me. So yeah, that's it for the video. If you enjoyed this, make sure to let me know by hitting that like button, subscribe, and share this with your friend, neighbor, dog, or just send this to the person across the street wanting to run the streets of London as an 80+ year old grandma, because without them, this wouldn't be possible. And with that, I'm out.